For boxing's highly anticipated showdown, it's time!
Jose Valenzuela is on a mission to shock the world as he aims to topple Isaac the Pitbull Cruz. On the flip side, Cruz, hailing from Mexico City, is hungry for a swift victory in his first title defense. The stakes couldn't be higher, as the ring confirms Cruz is putting his WBA 140-pound title on the line against Jose Valenzuela. Isaac Pitbull Cruz earned his title with an electrifying 8-round knockout of Rolando Rolly Romero in March at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Cruz, known for his power, moved up in weight and dominated Romero to secure his first major title. While Jose Valenzuela steps into his first title fight, the 24-year-old Mexican southpaw is riding high after a stunning 6th-round knockout of Chris Colbert last December in Minneapolis. This knockout was a contender for the 2023 Knockout of the Year and allowed Valenzuela to avenge a controversial loss to Colbert earlier in March. Scheduled for 12 rounds on the super lightweight division, this fight will see both fighters battling it out with a weight limit of 140 pounds.
Lately, I've been eating a bit more in the gym and I've been feeling great. More energy, more power, so I'm big for the 35 division, so I think this is the move I needed that I didn't even know.
This slugfest is for the prestigious WBA Super Lightweight Championship of the world.
It will be an entertaining fight because Rayo have this moving forward to fight. This style is very good for me and I think this will be very entertaining for people.
Adding to the excitement, this fight will appear on the undercard of the epic clash between Terence Crawford and Israel Madrimov for the WBA World Super Welterweight and WBO Interim World Junior Middleweight titles. The undercard also features David Morrell versus Radivoje Kalajic for the WBA Light Heavyweight Championship.
It's been a dream of mine since I was 10 to become world champion, and what better than to do it with a Mexican countryman, Isaac Cruz.
So many punches for a night of unforgettable action. Pitbull enters the ring with an impressive record of 26 wins, 2 losses and 1 draw, boasting 18 knockouts. Jose Valenzuela brings a record of 13 wins, 2 losses and no draws, with 9 of those wins coming by knockout. Both fighters pack serious power, each sporting a 69% knockout rate. Cruz, at 25 years old, is just a year older than Valenzuela. However, Valenzuela stands 3 inches taller and enjoys a significant 7-inch reach advantage. Both fighters adopt an orthodox stance, but Cruz holds the edge in experience. With 14 more fights under his belt, Cruz debuted in 2015, giving him a head start of over 3 years compared to Valenzuela, who turned professional in 2018. Cruz has also logged 87 more professional rounds, totaling 148 to Valenzuela's 61. Cruz has dominated 4 of his last 5 opponents, with 3 of those victories coming by way of stoppage. In his most recent bout, he claimed a technical knockout victory over Rolando Rolly Romero in the 8th round, securing the WBA World Super Lightweight Championship. Before that, Cruz edged out Giovanni Cabrera by split decision in July of 2023 after 12 grueling rounds. He also dispatched Eduardo Ramirez with a 2nd-round knockout and overwhelmed Yuriorkis Gamboa, winning by a technical knockout in the 5th round. His only recent setback was a unanimous decision loss to Gervonta Tank Davis in the WBA World Lightweight Championship clash at the Staples Center in California. Jose Valenzuela, meanwhile, has stopped 3 of his last 5 opponents. His most recent triumph was a spectacular 6th-round knockout of Chris Colbert. Before this, Valenzuela had suffered a unanimous decision loss to Colbert in a 10-round fight. However, he rebounded by delivering a 4th-round technical knockout against Austin Dulé at the Army in Minnesota. When it comes to recent activity, Jose Valenzuela has been stepping into the ring more frequently than Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Cruz's last fight was 4 months ago, whereas Valenzuela's most recent bout was 7 months ago. Over the past 2 years, Cruz has had 5 fights. In those fights, he's fought a total of 39 rounds, with each fight averaging 7.8 rounds. While Valenzuela's last 5 fights occurred in the last 2 years, averaging a fight every 6 months. He's fought a total of 24 rounds, with an average fight length of 4.8 rounds. Jose Valenzuela, at 24 years old, is stepping up 5 pounds to face Isaac Pitbull Cruz. This will be the first southpaw Cruz has faced since his hard-fought split decision win over Giovanni Cabrera last July in Las Vegas. Despite the challenge, Cruz believes the style matchup is in his favor.
I've been preparing a lot to confront him and really give a great show to all the people of Los Angeles.
Cruz perfectly embodies the swarmer archetype. He's a bulldog in the ring. chin low, charging forward, and throwing punches in bunches. His orthodox stance, combined with his aggressive style, creates a nightmarish scenario for his opponents. Cruz's punches may not always be the most telegraphed, but they come in furious volleys, continuously testing his opponent's resolve. He's a pressure cooker, constantly pushing his opponents back and smothering them with his relentless assault. This approach has earned him a fearsome reputation, with a devastating right hand poised to land at any moment. Valenzuela, on the other hand, is a master of controlled chaos. His footwork is exceptional, a constant dance around the ring that makes him a frustratingly elusive target. His jab acts like a lightning rod, keeping opponents at bay and creating openings for his powerful counters. Valenzuela is a sniper in the ring, patiently waiting for the right moment to unleash a precise combination that can turn the tide of the fight. While he's not a purely defensive fighter, his movement makes him a tricky puzzle for any opponent to solve. Isaac and Jose possess contrasting strengths and weaknesses, making this matchup even more compelling. Cruz thrives on brute force and relentless pressure, bypassing intricate footwork in favor of power-packed punches. His never-dying spirit is shown in his granite chin, allowing him to absorb blows while dishing out his own punishment. However, Cruz's aggressive style also exposes him to counters, as his offensive focus often neglects defensive maneuvers, specifically head movement. Valenzuela, though skilled, lacks Cruz's seasoned expertise, leaving doubts about his ability to endure under intense pressure. His tendency to engage in brawls could play into Cruz's hands, increasing the risk of succumbing to Pitbull's assault. The main concern is, can Valenzuela weather Cruz's early barrage and use his movement to control the later rounds? If he falls into Cruz's trap of a toe-to-toe exchange, Pitbull's pressure may prove insurmountable. If Valenzuela takes advantage of his footwork and precise jab, his counterpunching power could deliver devastating blows, exploiting Cruz's occasional lapses in defensive strategy. On the other hand, Cruz's southpaw stance introduces a unique challenge. His punches come from an unconventional angle, potentially disrupting Jose Valenzuela's timing. However, Valenzuela's reach advantage offers a counterbalance, allowing him to maintain distance and neutralize the southpaw effect. One thing we can say for sure is that as the bell rings, Valenzuela will face an onslaught for Cruz in his trademark swarming style. Cruz will unleash a barrage of punches, aiming to overwhelm Valenzuela with pressure. Valenzuela must rely on his footwork and precise jab to create space and evade Cruz's relentless assault. With composure and effective movement, he could even capitalize on Cruz's aggression, landing counterpunches as Cruz charges forward. Momentum can shift in the middle rounds. If Cruz uses excessive energy without landing significant blows, fatigue may set in, opening the door for Valenzuela. Armed with superior reach and mobility, Valenzuela can dictate the pace, frustrating Cruz with his elusive movements and landing crisp counterpunches. This could be Valenzuela's prime opportunity to seize control of the fight. Yet underestimating Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz's resilience would be a grave error. With a chin of steel and an uncanny ability to persevere through exhaustion, Cruz is a force to be reckoned with. A well-timed right hand from Cruz could instantly shift the fight in his favor. But if Jose Valenzuela withstands the initial onslaught and effectively utilizes his footwork and jab, his counterpunching strength could become increasingly menacing as Cruz tires. A precisely timed counter, specifically a left hook, could exploit vulnerabilities and potentially send Cruz crashing to the canvas. Conversely, if Cruz manages to land significant blows in the early rounds, even without securing a knockout, he could mess up Valenzuela's confidence. That kind of pressure might force Valenzuela to abandon his technical approach, thus nullifying his strategic advantages. Eventually, Cruz's assault could break through, either prompting a referee stoppage or securing a clear victory on the scorecards. So here's our prediction. Although it's a tough one to call, we're leaning slightly towards Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz, given his experience and proven ability to withstand punishment. However, the outcome lies heavily on how well Jose Valenzuela handles the early pressure. If he can withstand a storm and use his footwork and counterpunching effectively, he stands a real chance of causing a major upset. In all likelihood, this fight will go the distance, with a closely contested decision favoring either fighter based on who controls the tempo and lands the more significant shots. Regardless of the outcome, we hope you get entertained and someone gets punched. Share your thoughts in the comments below on who you believe will come out on top and why. And don't miss out on smashing that like button and subscribing to our channel for even more exciting fight breakdowns and predictions. Your engagement fuels this channel, so let's start the conversation and keep the adrenaline pumping.
John, a guy that deserves to get paid is that man, Isaac Cruz, coming off a world title win against Jose Valenzuela. One thing that struck me during that fight was how many fans Isaac Cruz had